I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the I'm about to show you guys how to do what Rashad did here. So this is great. Now we need to finish the drawing, right? So we're missing a couple of things in the center here, the door. All right. Okay, so if you have no more questions relating to AutoCAD, if you don't have any more drawing that you want to show, please, now we're going to start the class. So I need you to take a look at my screen, please, what I'm sharing. All right. I want to see how many of you are in here. There are 18 of you in here with me. That's good. All right, let's start that. All right, first, let's for those people who got trouble with the hub this morning, you got here in this classroom. That means you are able to get onto our website. That's great. You don't have to worry about anything else. And then our assignment sheet is right there, which I already have open. So let's take a look at what we did last time. So last time we did this, right? So I want to recall that the people who are not able to do anything in this classroom right now, if that is you, then you are in trouble. All right. Oh, it's working now for you, Zoe. That's good. Okay. You're in trouble. So please catch up. All right. This was the one that I asked you to bookmark. And when we went through all of this from 1 to 8 already, if you still have not, you need to. The skill that you will learn from now on, you have to have this foundation first. Okay. All right. Let's open. Go ahead, open AutoCAD on your end as well, please. Because AutoCAD doesn't work well with me yesterday, and I found out there's a glitch in the system. It was incorrect in a couple. Oh, look at that. It's not letting me do things. Oh, but it took me right in. All right. Oh, wow. I got so many things in here. All right. So let's take a look at my screen. So let's say in here you have a couple drawing, right? So this is the drawing that I was testing out. I don't want this anymore, so I want to get rid of it. And if you click on it, you will see up here where it said open, rename, move, duplicate, delete, and download. I can go ahead and delete it because this is just something that I randomly did. There's some stuff in it, but it doesn't matter, okay? The size will tell me if I have anything in it. Right now I have 36 KB. That means it's not a lot, but there's some drawing in it, okay? The name is what I'm giving you guys for each of the assignments. For example, this one here, I told you to save this under doghouse front elevations. So make sure that you save them correctly, how I wanted it, all right? Now, if I click on this one, all of that gonna come up again. If I miss to name it something else, Mr. Vo wanted to name something else, you want to change it to my name, so you'd rename it, okay? And you can move it, you can duplicate it if you want, because why do we need to duplicate it? If you want to change something, but just in case you want to keep the original, you can duplicate it. So you work on one file and the other file is still there, all right? Just in case something happened, you have something to turn into Mr. Vo. All right, and then you can download it later if you want to download it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and not do that. I'm gonna go ahead and start new drawing. So again, I would like for everyone to pay attention to this. This is very important. That's why I'm recording this section. All right, the unit, I still have people turn it in incorrectly. Metric, don't use it. Not in my class, okay, not in my class. Imperial, that's what we're going to use. And then the title for your work today, I'm going to use the same name, doghouse front elevation. Okay. Oh, there's an extra O. All right. And then I click open. This file is already there. When I go into the drawing itself and I'm not drawing anything, it's still going to save that file. Okay. Don't worry about this. It's going to load sometime. On your end, you should do the same right now, please, because I know it's going to take some time to load. And when you get back to my screen, please go ahead and come back and look at my screen. All right. And if you still have problem with the hub, don't worry about the hub right now. We worry about this, okay? We deal with the hub later. You guys not the only one. Miss Booney is over there having trouble with the hub with the kids over there as well. All right, everyone, please come back to my screen. Just let yours loading on your end, and then come back to my screen. All right, I'm going to start in 3, 2, 1. All right, so when the new drawing is open, all right, so on the top right of my screen, you will see that I have a little gear. I'm going to click on this gear, and I'm going to go into, the first thing is always going to do is object snap. I'm going to look at this. On your end, you don't have perpendicular snap yet, so you can always go ahead and click on that. Well, this thing here, when you draw stuff, you can always change them. But right now, you don't have perpendicular, but I always like to have my perpendicular in there, especially when you draw on this doghouse. You will see that you got straight up, and then you got horizontal. So those will give you perpendicular. And I'll click units is the thing that I'm going in for. All right, I'm going to go here for the unit. I'm going to go ahead and change the unit again. Architectural, that's the number that we're going to use. All right, that will be the format. Now the precision, let's take a look at our questions here for this problem. So it depends on each of the drawing. Okay, so this drawing that we're looking at, I'm going to zoom right into this one right here real quick, and you can see that the unit here is in feet and inches. All right, it's got 2 feet and 6 inches, so it's got feet and inches, and there's no decimal after that, inches. All right, it's not like a quarter of an inch or anything like that. Right here is inches, right here is feet. You can see that it has had one of the apostrophe versus it's got 2 of them. All right, so 1 apostrophe is feet, 2 is inches. And on your keyboard, that key is right next to the enter key on your keyboard. So if you look at your keyboard right now, you will see that next to the enter key on the right, you see the apostrophe. Okay, that's what you're going to use. And to get the double one, you're going to hit shift and then hit that key to get the double. So in here, what did I might stop sharing now? Yep, something happened and it stopped sharing. All right, let me go back to share again. All right, so in here, we're going to go and change this precision to feet and inches. It's the first one. All right, it's 0 feet and 0 inches. And notice that in the middle of it, there's a minus sign. So we have to use that as well. All right, we're also going to put in the minus sign when we put in measurements. All right, next on the format, we're going to do degree, minutes, and seconds. And this time, we're going to do, again, at the end, they have inches, right? It's only have 6 inches, right? There's nothing else in front, nothing after. So that means it's 1 digit. So we're going to use the 0.0 inches here. That's what we're going to use. And then we click done. Right now on your end, on your computer, please go ahead and do that. And once you're done with it, come back here and give me a 1 in the chat. Lovely. Thank you. Good. Good, good. All right. All right. I'm going to give you guys another 10 seconds to get that done. All right. And I will move on. So you have to take notes if you're not able to do it. Write it down somewhere. Okay. So architecture, 0 feet, 0 inches. And there's a minus sign between them. All right. Everyone, please come back to my screen. All right. So after you're done with that, you also have to go back to your property and you're going to change the dimension style. Okay. The dim style. Right now it's at decimal. We want it to be in architectures. And I told you guys before that we're going to use architecture 12, right? That's the biggest one. But then yesterday there was a glitch in the system. When I do 12, it's so big. And when I do 6, it's still big. But when I do 3, it's so tiny. So something going on. That's one of the glitches happening. Before 12 was perfect. But right now, somehow 12 is look like 34 or something. It's huge. All right. So just for the sake of today, I'm going to go ahead and try 12 again, see what happened. And then we can always change that. All right. But the dimension style is always going to be in architecture. And 12 is a number that we need to use. but because the software have a glitch. Okay, that's number one. And number two, ladies and gentlemen, I noticed another thing in here is when I draw something, don't do it yet. When I draw something, I want it to start at the location 1,1. You can see in my command there, I want to start at 1,1. But what happened is when I click enter, it selects 0, 0 instead. So that's another glitch in this system. So that's what happened with free stuff, right? Okay. So that something, or maybe there's something that I need to change. I have not know yet how to change that or fix that yet. If that's not a glitch, but we have so many glitches before, we cannot write on this for one day. So that's, I'm sure that's a glitch. All right. So now that we have that, let's start drawing something. I'm going to go ahead and draw a line. So I want you guys to pay attention here when I start drawing this. All right. I'm going to start clicking on where I want to start the line, right? So that's where I click. I click in that location. Now I can move my line in any direction I want. Now, you will see some green line. The green line is what we call the snap line, on snap, right down here, right? You can snap that differently. And remember earlier I said you can change that to get perpendicular. I just unselect that. Now I don't have it, but I want it. And you can always change this snap on anything you want, depending on your drawing. All right, okay? And when you do that, it's just gonna show up with that green line. So I'm gonna start clicking that, and I want my line to be a horizontal line. So I see that green snap. Good. My hand is free right now. I'm not doing anything. Now I'm going back to my mouse. You can see that I can still move them. All right. There's a box. If you look at this box in the middle, it's got 16 feet and 5 inches. Right. We want this to be something. Let's look at our problem. We have some measurement in our problems. So our problem from the distance from the base, from here to here, right, where my mouse is right now to where my mouse is right now, that is 2 feet. Now, remember we set up our unit at feet and inches, right? So that means we're going to put in a number, 2 feet. So that is 2 feet. And is there any inches? There's 0 inches. So we're going to do 2. And then I'm going to use the apostrophe key to get feet. Hit the minus key on your keyboard and then hit 0. And then I do the shift and then that double apostrophe, that's inches. Okay, that's 2 feet, 0 inches. And hit enter. Now I see that I have something else, but get rid of that right now. Hit escape. And then you can see that you have this line. All right, I'm going to zoom in real quick. All right, I have that line. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can see. That line, exactly 2 feet. All right, you want to check? You can go to annotate. You can do a measurement. And then, oh, see, you see what happened here? It's so huge. So the 12 is too big. I'm going to change it to 3, see what happened. All right. Okay, so this is still big. But if I go to 0.25, it's too tiny. Oh, well, because we zoom in right now. That's why we see the number. But if we go back to original, we won't see it. So I'm gonna keep it as 3. All right. So this is how you can do the dimensions. Okay. That's 2 feet and 0 inches. All right. So that is there. However, I don't want you to do that right now, because when you put in the measurement like that, it's going to be everywhere in your drawing. That's going to hurt your eyes, and you're going to be confused which line belongs to the doghouse, which line belongs to the dimension. All right. There's a ruler. What we're going to do, we're going to click on the ruler. And if you put the ruler over the line you just create, it will tell you that line is 2 feet. So we know that we did it right. So we don't have to worry about the dimension right at this moment. Okay? So that's, we know that we got it right. That's good. We confirm it. All right? And then we can, after we complete all the drawing, then we can go to annotate, and then we can get the dimension out so that we can see them. All right? So I want you to go ahead and try to draw that. Okay? Go ahead, everyone, try to draw a line on yours and put in some measurement. Put in the exact measurement that I got too. If you're successfully doing that in the chat, I'm going to put my comment. and then you're gonna like my comment. If you're not able to do it, then you're gonna give me an angry face. Everyone try to draw a line with 2 feet as your dimension. I am able to. All right, like my comment that I just put in the chat, and I'm gonna see how many of you are gonna get it. Like it if you complete it. All right, great. There's a couple of you already good. 3, 4, good job. 3. Thought there was 4, but then there was 3. Good. 5. Nice. Okay. All right. All right, I'm gonna give you guys another 10 minutes, then 10 seconds here, and then I move on to the next one. And again, the people who need to practice on that, you can always do that. You can ask me again later. You can try. You can look at the assignment that we did last time. It was number 7 on the list. How to do dimensions. All right. All right. So I need everyone to come back to my screen. And I just want to make sure that everyone aware that the escape key on your keyboard, that will escape whatever command that you are in. Okay. All right. So let's go here, and I'm going to go ahead and continue with my drawing. Back on my screen, please. Thank you very much. I lost that drawing. It's up here. I was zoom in too quick on this one. All right, here we go. I possibly deleted by accident, so Control Z on here. Oh, there it is. All right. Okay, so 12 of you successfully did this. Thank you for those 12 who participate. There's more people, but only 12 did. I don't know if the rest just came on here and walk away. All right, here we are. We got from here to here is 2. That's the width of this door. And then we're going to go up 2 units as well. When I say unit, I mean feet. And then after that, we have a curve for the door. All right. Someone, please, in the chat, or you can unmute yourself and tell me, this curve right here, what is the radius of this, or what is the diameter of this? What is the radius or the diameter of that arc? The diameter is 2. Good job, which means the radius is 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, right? You can see that right here on the left, you have 1, the height from this location to that location, which is from the base of this semicircle to the top of it. That's 1. That's the radius. And you just did that in the bottom here. The width of this door is 2. So same location, that's 2. Diameter is 2. So what we're going to do, we're going to draw a circle of the diameter of 2, and then we just trim half of it in the bottom. That's what we're going to do. So let's go and start. We got this base of 2. What we're going to do now, I'm going to continue that. So on the left side, I'm going to click on it. Now you see a green box that show up. That is the snap location. It snapped into that endpoint. Okay, you see green, that's great. All right, I'll click on that. Again, I don't care how tall this is going to be. I just need to make sure that I get my vertical snap line, and then I'm going to put in the measurements, which is again 2 feet minus 0 inches. All right, it's not really minus. I'm just saying that. Just make sure that you guys understand it right now. Okay, that's what the keys on the keyboard doing. All right, so I got that. Now, this is another glitch. It does not always register the first time you draw it. So yeah, I have not do it 3 times though. It's never. I never have that problem. All right. Now there you go. I got that line. I just draw. That's 2. Do I want to make sure that it's 2? I need to, right? There you go. I got 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top. Right? 2 going up, 2 go to the right. That's basically it right now. And then I'm going to go ahead and draw that arc. Okay. If I just randomly, this is not how you're supposed to do it, but if I'm randomly going to the arc, the 3-point arc, and then I just going to click on it, and then I'm going to start drawing it, that's not going to help me. I'm going to have an arc, but that arc will not be in 2 diameters like what we wanted, right? So this is not how I want it to draw. First, I mentioned that we're going to draw a circle. So we need to find a center for this circle, all right? So we know the diameter is 2, so the radius is going to be just 1. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a horizontal line with 1 inches. 1 feet, all right? 0 inches. Now, I just hate it when it's lacking like this. I have to do it twice. Now, I got that line. The problem is this, ladies and gentlemen, it's not part of your drawing. So anytime that you draw something that's not part of your drawing, at the end, what you have to do, you have to modify it. Tell me, what do I need to use to modify this? Yes, you can use both, but I prefer trim. Trim is better, right? Erase, not always. It's take out everything. So trim is the one that you're going to use. Good. All right, so I'm going to go back to draw. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to start drawing my circle. I snap in. I'm going to draw a circle, and I know this other snap point will give me the radius of 1. So I snap that in. Bam, I got that circle, right? And I can go and trim. But here's the thing. If you trim this right now, if you trim this part right now, it's going to take out the whole circle. So what you're going to do before you trim is you're going to go ahead and continue drawing this line to the end. Now, if your question is like, why didn't I draw that line in the beginning, the whole line? Well, if I draw that whole line, I cannot find my center point. All right. So that's what I do. Now I can go and modify it by trim. I can trim the bottom, and then I can trim the top. There you go. I just trim both of them, right? That's awesome. Now you don't want to, like, if you want to undo, you make some mistake, undo is Control Z on your keyboard. It's went back to where it is right now, right? I'm going to trim this. I'm going to trim that. And I'm going to trim that. I'm going to keep this line right here for a second because I'm going to use this. This is going to help me later. Because I know that this doghouse have this center line right here. The tall of this building is 5. And I know that is right in the center. So I need to make sure that I draw a line all the way up to make sure that I have the center so that I can take and draw the roof. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is how you do it. Now, let me go ahead and erase this because I'm not going to go ahead and continue the drawing. I can show you something else. You can see this door. It's had a thickness, right? The outside and the inside white spot, they have the same curve, everything, right? So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that. Right here in your modify, there is what we call the offset to offset. If I click on that, I can do the exact same thing here. I'm going to select that object. I'm going to move it to the right if I want it to offset to the right, and move it to the left if I want to offset to the left. And then there's measurement in here. I want you to use 2 inches. Okay, so that is 0 feet and 2 inches. Okay, that's what I want to offset. That, there you go. I don't have to redraw something, especially when it's an arc. I just offset it, and then I want it the outside. You can see that it's randomly all the way out there, but the moment I put in the correct measurement, it's gonna snap right in where it's belong. Okay, and you can continue with all of this and finish it. And remember, there's also the mirror option for you. Whatever the left side of the house look like, you can mirror that over to the right. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, your job is to go ahead, spend today to finish everything. And for those who got the measurements incorrectly, right now it's time for you to recreate everything with the right measurements. For those who complete this assignment already, here's the challenge for you. All right, once you complete that in our today's assignment, you're gonna draw this floor. All right, this floor plan right here. Don't worry about the kitchens, don't worry about the bath or the toilet, just worry about the outline of this house. Okay, I used to live in this apartment complex, and they have some floor plan here. So you can, this is plan A that you're gonna draw today. I challenge you to do that, and after you're done with that, we're gonna go back and you're welcome to try others. Okay, we're gonna try this first before we do the other drawings. Now, whatever you've done, make sure you save. Okay, because right now if I close it to go back to home, I'm gonna click here. They're gonna ask me, do I want to erase it or do I want to go back to the draw? You want to return to the draw and you want to save it. Okay, and you're going to save it at the same location or whatever you call that before. You're going to save it. I'm not going to do that because I have a couple of them already. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, if right now you have no question on how to do the dimensions or how to set up the template before you draw, if you have no question at all, you're welcome to dismiss yourself and go do it during your asynchronous time. And you're welcome to come back and ask questions. Okay, now before you leave, this quiz I'm gonna put it in the chat. You done this last Monday. On Monday you did this one already, but there are some of you still who have not done it. So if you have not done this quiz, I would like for you to go ahead and complete that. It's asked you for the link to your website, so just very simple. Okay, all right, that, and I'll put the exit ticket up in 2 minutes. All right, goodbye, Alejandro. Anyone else who want to stay here, you're welcome to stay here. And then if you need something, let me know so I can show you. All right, I'm going to end the record so that you guys can use this later.